Hi YouTubers, hi, how are you? I hope you're well, and I wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, as it is that festive time of year again. I've decided to do a vlog. It's an LGBT story. It's from pinknews.co.uk, and it's kind of positive, but it's also related to the election, so I'll kick off straight away. One of London's most iconic and best loved gay bars could return after being closed for luxury flats. Once tucked away but between a pharmacist and a supermarket, the Black Cap was a cornerstone of queer nightlife in North London. That is until the owners shut its wooden doors in 2015, becoming one of several casualties of a wave of queer venues closures in England's capital. But hope is on the horizon for the creaky bar, which once housed drag nights on the daily. As a campaigner of the Green Party's As a campaigner and Green Party member has said, there is a window of opportunity to save the pub. Green Party politicians claim community buyout of historic Black Cap could save it from flats developments. The owner kept trying to sell it off for luxury flats, but has pretty much accepted defeat now and is selling off the whole building, said Polanski, one of the Green Party's top 3 London Assembly candidates, in a press release. If we can raise the money, we might finally be able to put in a bid to keep the Black Cat as an amazing space for everyone it always was. Gay, straight, between just a beautiful, diverse mix of people where everyone was welcome. Polanski, a gay Jewish man, was once a regular at the Black Cap since moving to the neighbourhood around a decade ago. The bar has been opened as an LGBT plus venue since the 1960s. Owners Force It In flip-flopped on flogging the place for years, but the Camden Council officially closed it finally in 2015, The Independent reported. It came after owners tried and failed to gain permission for the council to redevelop the area above the venue 3 times since talks began in 2011 to convert it into luxury flats. Owners tugged and pulled with officials, but the sale was awarded an asset of a community value by the council, giving the venue the added layer of protection from being sold and redeveloped. Nevertheless, it brought an end to the historic cabaret space where patrons were once served while homosexuality was still criminalised. It's really horrendous to have to say this, but hate crime is clearly on the rise, the London Assembly candidate said. Polanski, the Green Party City of London and Westminster general election candidate, stressed that the need for a queer space in London is needed as hate crime rockets. It's really horrendous to have to say this, but hate crime is clearly on the rise, he said. After I was this is something I came up with. It says here, after I was on, brackets, LBC's Julia Hartley-Brewer show. I think that's wrong, because I'm sure Julia Hartley-Brewer broadcasts on talk radio, but I'll change it slightly. After I was on Julia Hartley-Brewer's show, there was a torrent of homophobic and anti-Semitic abuse levelled at me. I think that really shows there is still a need for a safe space where people can meet up and not be afraid of attack. The Black Cat was one of those spaces. Whether we can get it reopened as a drag cabaret space, an LGBT plus community space, or a health centre, the LGBT community still really needs it. Now, this has come in the spate of a number of closures of LGBT plus venues throughout London. You may remember the Vauxhall Tavern's been saved as a community asset and is now still an LGBT plus bar. But many have closed, a lot of them in Soho, and people are trying to save them as best they can. The Black Cat seems to be one that might be on the horizon for saving. I really hope it does, because these venues are important. I know they're pubs, and a lot of people will say, yeah, but it's pubs, isn't it? It's alcohol. But they don't have to be pubs. They can just be an average watering hole. It can be transformed into a cafe space as well. It doesn't necessarily have to serve alcohol or just be a pub. But it's a valuable asset to the community and the LGBT plus community, and these places need to be saved. I know some people see them as not needed anymore, but I think with as this report says, with the rise of hate crime, they are really still needed, and that safe space is necessary. A little talk about my favourite safe space in Southampton is the London Hotel in Oxford Street. It's a traditional LGBT plus venue. It's been open for years. I go there as often as I possibly can, depending on if I've got any money or not. I go in there sometimes to read the LGBT plus magazines like G Scene and some of the magazines like that they have on offer around the side on the dresser. David does a wonderful job of running the pub. It's an amazing venue, and I do tend to feel safe there. I have had one issue there once before during Pride in 2016 when some lesbians decided they would be transphobic towards us, but that's the only incident I can think of, and I've been going to London for quite a few decades now, or 2 decades anyway. So hopefully this with the black cap is a good example of where these venues are going to be saved. Hopefully it will be saved, and people will be able to go there and enjoy themselves once more, and the cabaret will be in full swing hopefully. Whether it's an LGBT health centre, whatever it may turn into, as long as it's for the community and it benefits the community, that is the main thing. That's what these venues are needed for. I'm going to do another vlog later on soon on the election. I'm not sure when it'll be out. It may be out later today. It may be out over the next few days. I'm going to try and get it done. Hopefully you'll take some solace in this announcement about the black cap, and hopefully it's a sign that other venues will be saved in the future and we won't lose so many. Thank you very much for watching, YouTubers, and I'll see you soon. Bye, YouTubers. Bye.